There's been a new update from Twitch. Uh-oh. Introducing the Partner Plus program. Here we go. Today we're announcing the Partner Plus program, a new program for streamers to build towards as they grow their business. This new partner program benefit will offer 70% share on, just give me a second. Let me make sure I've got this. A 70% share on net subscription revenue to streamers who meet the qualification criteria. I'm going to just go ahead and just... Oh, okay, this is actually it. Never mind. Streamers in the Partner Plus program will receive a 70-30 revenue share on net subscription revenue from recurring monthly subscriptions, and gifted subs for 12 months up to 100K annually. And the annually, I just added that, but yeah. And to qualify, partners must maintain a sub count of at least 350 recurring paid subscriptions for 3 consecutive months. Once that happens, partners will be automatically enrolled into the next 12 months, even if you dip below the subscription threshold during the 12-month period. Partner program launches on October 1st. People that meet the qualification criteria in July, August, September will be enrolled in the program and notified in October. So, and then, by the way, they said that their focus is on sustaining Twitch. That's nice. Thank you very much. This is actually a good change that they've made. I heard about this, and I gave them feedback. I said this was a good thing. And obviously, 100K, that's a week for you. I mean, I've made more than 100K in subs in a week before, yeah. But the fact is that if you're making more than 100K in a week, you don't need this. You don't need the extra money. Right? And that's what I told them. I was like, listen, like, obviously it sucks for me. Obviously it sucks for, like, a few other people, like Hassan, Miz, X, like, fucking probably Train, like, a few other people. But for the most part, it doesn't really matter. And people probably like to see us get fucked over because they're like, these rich streamers, let's see, you know, like in their mind, it's better that Jeff Bezos, the multi-billionaire, gets it than the multi-millionaire streamer, right? It's a fucking food chain. So they think it's funny. And that's why I just straight up told them that. And I don't really give a fuck about this. As I've always said, it doesn't matter what happens. I will always, like a cockroach, find a way to survive. It doesn't even matter to me. But either way, they have made this change. I said that this would be an overall positive change. It is a good thing. So yeah, this is a rare Twitch W, I would say. However, it does draw into question, why do you have to have 350 subs and tell you this split after 100K? Yeah, it's 50-50. After 100K, it's 50-50. It's not funny because you support small streamers, help those never get a chance to become larger streamers. Well, yeah, sure, but like, I don't worry about, like, I'm not a greedy person, you know, like, I'm fine. And if I don't worry about it. You know, everybody else in the world looks at, you know, things that happen to them. Things don't happen to me. I do things for myself. And there are always negatives in life, but I try to take control of it and, you know, do what's beneficial for me. So anyway, I could talk about that forever. Who gives a fuck? Let's talk about this here. Gifted subs counting towards 100K, but not for the 70-30. Do you know why they count towards the 100K, but not the 70-30? It's because Twitch makes more money that way. That's right. This system is not perfect. It's not like it's the most amazing thing, but it is an improvement on what we've had before. You know, and I think that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I mean, fuck, it's better than nothing. Yes, this is an improvement. And as much as I have shit on Twitch, like, I made a video got like 1 million views. Like, you know, there was a big Twitter drama about this. It was a big thing. So, like, I feel kind of like a jackass if I don't also acknowledge the good with the bad, because this is kind of a good change. However, you know, for the doomers, let's acknowledge some realities. Number one, Kick still has a better incentive, and you don't have to stream and get 350 subs in order to unlock it. So this is like a video game where, like, you have to work really hard to get to level 5. Kick, you start on level 5. As you start on level 10 at Kick, really. But Kick doesn't have advertising, and so, like, you know, there's a give and take there. And Twitch does have a better ecosystem at the time. Obviously, I think that will change. We'll see what happens. Does Kick still have an advantage? Yeah, I would say so. I would say if you're getting under 50 viewers, it's probably better for you to stream on Kick. I would say so. Because, like, you know, you're going to get, like, gifted subs and shit like that, and you're going to get, like, your subs and donations are going to be a larger percentage of your revenue than ads. Because in smaller communities, you have more people that are supportive, and in larger communities, you have less per capita people that are supportive. I'm just going to do 2 of these, and this is going to kind of make sense whenever I make sense out of it. Okay, so let's see here, and I'm just going to draw a line. Let's see here. Okay. And then we're going to do like this. Okay, so this is small streams. This is large streams, okay? And so we're talking like 0 to 500 viewers. This is going to be large streamers, probably I'd say like 5K plus. And so what we're looking at here is this is just generally the breakdown. This is what I've observed. Obviously, you know, some people are going to have a different experience, but this is what I've experienced. So what we've got right here is, let me go ahead and do this here. This is subs, and this is subs, and this is ads, and this is ads. And so as time goes on, the larger streamers make a larger percentage of their money from ads versus subs. So that's kind of what happens. Obviously, as time goes on, etc., you know, like that can change based off of like, you know, somebody does a subathon, somebody does something that's like, you know, an outlier. But on a general, everyday, day-to-day basis, this is what we're really looking at. So yeah, this is pretty much how it works. And I think because of that, it is probably a better idea if you're 500 or less viewers. Maybe it depends on what your ad incentives are on Twitch. I still think Kick is probably a better option because, you know, think about this, right? Is it more important that you take 70, you know, like if you only have 500 subs, you probably don't have 350 subs, right? Sorry, 500 viewers, you probably don't have 350 subs. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's kind of a, it's hit and miss, of course. So if you don't have that much, and you're taking this one right here, and this is 90%, right? 95%. This is huge because it's you're receiving 95% of your main income versus like on large streamers, getting only 70% isn't that big of a deal because ads are a larger proportion or percentage of what they're making generally. Does that make sense? It's 350 subs every month for 3 months. 350 subs, it's sub for 3 months. Yeah, no, I understand that. And it's recurring paid subs. So you can't just gift yourself the subs and then you win. It's a beautiful example of what realistic competition does for the medium. Yeah, exactly. And competition is always good. Competition is bad for the companies, and it's good for the consumer, and it's good for the user. So keep that in mind. That is definitely a positive. It always makes me sad whenever I see people that are unhappy because, you know, obviously, like YouTube, people don't really have a lot to say about YouTube overall. But, you know, Rumble has like a reputation, Kick has a reputation, and I hate to say it, guys, but Twitch used to as well. So, you know, there's going to be growing pains with everything, and I don't want to see people pull the ladder up on these new platforms whenever they're trying to make a name for themselves. So yeah, would it be fair to assume most sponsorships are more lucrative for a larger streamer than subs and ads? It depends on the ad incentive, it depends on how many subs they have, and it depends on the type of sponsorships they have and who represents them. Obviously, like representation and having the, like there are some, like bro, I have heard, oh my god. Like I don't want to get a lot into this because I'm kind of in the industry, right, because of Mythic, but I have heard of some people that have had deals with sponsors where the agency or the organization that gets them the sponsor is taking 40 to 60% of their money. Can you fucking believe that? That's a lot. So there are people that that get taken advantage of like that, and it's really bad. VTubers aware? Yeah, VTubers have had a number of problems with that. Again, I don't want to get into it too much, talk about specifics, but yes, obviously that's happened. So basically the wrong way around. That's like record deals. It is. And so you see a lot of traditional media, you know, transitioning over and trying to do the exact same stuff, you know? I think it kind of makes sense, unfortunately. The reason I trust Kick so much is Steak is already rich, 100% for the little guy. We'll see what happens. Rumble's also making plays. I saw Andrew Tate did a stream over on Rumble. It got over 400,000 views yesterday, which is pretty fucking crazy. And, I mean, I think it's going to be good for users and everything like that. Streamer was in Japan now? That's what I mean, yeah. Bro, you go to Japan, you start trouble, that's what you get. Do you attribute grounded approach to life to your parents? I don't really, I mean, everything... A person is the sum total of every experience that they've ever had. I don't really know if that's specifically why, but yeah, definitely. Just, you know, I don't really want to go into a lot of, like, Asmongold lore. But, like, basically, my family on my dad's side is, like, extremely wealthy. And, you know, he kind of, like, and, like, not wealthy from, like, you know, recently, but, like, for, like, hundreds of years. He kind of raised me with, like, a lot of those types of values that, like, his grandfather raised him with, who, like, he always taught me, like, as a leader, that it's, like, more of a responsibility than, like, a power thing. So, like, you're responsible for these people, you need to, you know, take accountability for them and make sure that they're successful. And, you know, he taught me that whenever I was a little kid, and, yeah. What's the rest of these? I'll read some comments from people here on Twitter, and there it is. We'll see what people have to say about this. There's going to be a 100K cap to help small streamers. There shouldn't be a minimum amount of subs required, and all subs should be 70-30, or am I wrong here? Cloak is right. There's no reason why he is wrong. There's nothing about this that he says wrong. It's very true. If this is to help small streamers, why turn it into a game that you have to earn? You have to earn the ability to get 70-30. It's definitely true. I totally agree. Translate want to encourage people to sub, even though we discourage them by taking 50-50 cut. Next 3 months to give you 70-30, which we greedily took away. Since not more than 100K, it's all a revenue benefit. YCap, this is Rosh. You know, we know Rosh. Let's see. YCap, how much streamers make whenever they're putting in the work. Why remove 70-30 and reintroduce it with knowing that lesser streamers will be able to achieve that, or without knowing they'll be able to achieve that. I don't really care. I'm on Kick. Yeah, so I mean, I think that, again, like, a lot of these people have you know, good points, and this is kind of like what the issue is. The way that these websites, like, operate is now, like, it's directly compared to each other. So for example, if Twitch is not doing well but Kick is, people are going to immediately compare it to Kick. And I think that's a good thing. And in a weird way, let's take a step back and think about what happened with WoW. Is that back in WoW, World of Warcraft was the only kid on the block. Everybody played WoW, so if you didn't like what was happening in WoW, it didn't matter. You're gonna have to fucking deal with it. And it wasn't until Final Fantasy took off, Lost Ark popped off, and these other games came into the space that World of Warcraft was forced to innovate to create a better game for the people that are playing it. And I think this is what's going to happen with Twitch. I think it's already happened, to be honest, with posts like this. So while, yes, obviously these improvements do not necessarily make the website POG again, right? I think that they definitely make it easier for a small streamer or to a mid-sized streamer to make a living, making 100K a year. The truth is, just off of subs, I think this is a pretty good amount of money. Obviously, if you have a family, you're making 100K a year. In some places in the country, that sounds crazy, but that's actually not enough to live. You know, places in California, New York, maybe, you know, places, I don't know, Portland, I think maybe that's also a more expensive place. I mean, it is what it is. But overall, in most places, Colorado, yeah, Colorado's a lot too, I think. And, yeah, I mean, Austin, fuck. So, yeah, I mean, but in the majority of the places where people are, 100K is more than enough to support a family. Okay, sit on a computer, sit home, sit on a computer, not really work. Well, what is work? Because I view any time that you try, like, I've never seen a single time that a person has tried to add a qualifier to what real work is, and they don't just come off as a salty bitch. That's really it. Here's what work is. Are you making money? Okay, then it's work. It's that simple. Doesn't matter if you're a, like a teacher, a firefighter, a Twitch streamer, or an OnlyFans girl. It's work. You're working to get money. That's it. Drug dealer? I mean, breaking the laws, it's a gray area, right? But hey, you don't get caught, you'd be working, right? It is what it is. You're working the streets. It's that simple. So yeah, we trade time for money. Yep, everybody does that. That's exactly. When you spend time on something, you're working on something. Very true. That's just how it is. It's that simple. So yeah, this is an improvement for Twitch. Obviously, it does. Every time that Twitch makes an improvement, people are going to bring up the fact that Stake already has a better deal. And that's something that Twitch is going to have to, oh no, I'm not following them. Twitch is going to have to work towards and improve. But right now, I think this is a good thing, and this is an unironic Twitch W. I'm sure that this won't last for very long. So yeah, there you go.